I'm gonna do my favorite ever impression, and that is Bruce Buffer from the UFC. Ready? All right, guys, your last comment of the night. He's coming up next. Standing at 5'4" tall, weighing a little bit more than you'd think. He's a bad mamma jamma coming out of Florida, Texas, but mostly New Jersey. His name is Pickle.
Yeah! Oh my god, that was the best introduction I've ever gotten. Thanks so much, Tom. Appreciate it. Hopefully his fear doesn't come to reality, because I'm driving with him. No, it sucks. Yeah, so I told my girlfriend I was bringing toys into the bedroom the other night, and she questioned why I needed a Game Boy. But, yeah, I told her I need something to do while I'm waiting for you to finish up. You know what I mean? I get bored. Right? I got 2-player. If you get tuckered out, I'm rubbing the dickens out of that little sucker. Yeah. Speaking of a little dickens sucker, that would be better than Mario Kart, as far as I'm concerned. Technology's crazy, right? Like, I got this new smartwatch the other day, and I thought it was awesome. Like, at first it would pump me up with some cool messages. I hit my step goal, it was like, way to step it up. It's like, what a sweetheart. But it's got that same quirkiness when I'm a lazy piece of shit. So it'll hear a bag of chips ruffle, and it'll pop up a message, saturated fats for a little Saturday fatty. What an asshole, right? I can't even jerk it with this little dick on my wrist. I was going at it and dialed 911 because it thought I was having a seizure.
Oh
no. I know, that was a bit of a pickle right there. Yes. Those paramedics looked like they lived in Pompeii, circa 79 AD. They were covered. They were not ready for that. I regret nothing in that scenario. One of my biggest high school regrets, though, has to be not killing myself while people still cared. You know what I mean? When you're an adult, that article reads, adult white male, blah, blah, blah. But when you're a kid, they doll that article up as if you weren't, you know, dunking Oreos and Mountain Dew and cranking your hog 10 times a day while playing Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right? We've been there, yeah. Right? That's a little personal. I know, this one's also personal.
Do we all live the same life?
That's a good game.
I fucking love Hot Pursuit. Yeah, it's a good game. It's solid.
Firstly, though, I want to know why you can schedule a birth at a hospital, but not a death. You know what I mean? You schedule it for a few weeks out, guaranteed best month of your life. Right, I'm going nuts. Waking up with some whiskey, I'm slapping an unfarting yoga class, and I start getting creative. Right? I think God would be alright with that. One of my favorite Bible verses actually describes when Jesus was walking down the road, and a bum holds his hands out to him, and the big guy goes, "My son, wish in one hand and shit in the other." It was really, I'm paraphrasing, but it was powerful stuff. It really stuck with me. You guys know that part. You know what I mean? I stumbled into a heaping pile of blessings when I came up with this next genius idea. So I pretended to be gay so this girl would try to turn me straight. Was I being mean or was she being dumb? Who cares? Still got laid.
Yeah.
That's the real question right there. Speaking of dumb, I'm going to say, if you're white and you think you're part of a superior race, I'm going to need you to shut the fuck up. The only thing we were chosen for was to get sunburnt. Right? I'm not race hating. You know, egg salad is delicious, and I love Leonard Skinner. But what's so superior about having to put on SPF 3000 every time you go in the sun? I have no idea. I think if I was made in God's image, I would probably be able to read a little better. So this dyslexia is really getting out of hand. I tried to go to a Black Lives Matter protest, and I brought my own homemade t-shirt. I was trying to be more part of the community, but everyone kept giving me dirty looks. So I looked down at my shirt and said MLB. Dyslexia strikes again. I made the best of the situation. I went to a Phillies game. Speaking of which, still got to throw beers and scream at people, so it was overall a great day. It was awesome. You know what, this was awkward. My babysitter caught me jerking it one time. It's probably not what you're imagining. I mean, you can picture me jerking it any way you want. But in this particular instance, I was undies at my ankles, full attention in front of the living room television. Okay? She was a trooper though, didn't even quit after that haunting encounter. Right? Actually, her mom made her quit when she found out that she caught my dad jerking it in front of the refrigerator.
Oh.
That was the last straw. I wanted to change my name after that. Did you know Young Jeezy changed his name? Now he's just Jeezy. And that's not even his final form. 10 years from now he's gonna be Jeez, give the rest. Little John, he's growing up too. He found God. Now he's Friar John. I'm really proud of him. His next album, it's gonna be called Robin the Hood of all its gang violence. He's doing the Lord's work. Yeah. Little Bow Wow, he dropped a Lil. It's been enough years. Now he's thinking of just bowing out. I feel you on that one. You guys know my favorite Beethoven quote is probably, what? Huh? He was the original Lil Jon. What? He's giving shout outs, right? Because he couldn't hear. My cousin, he thinks it's funny when I get angry, so here goes. High gas prices, no girlfriend, anal leakage. Those are all things that make me mad. Right? You guys go ahead and yell something out that makes you mad. I'll pick the funniest one.
The gays.
The gays, that's a good one. Go ahead.
Student debt.
Student debt, those are great.
Hamas.
Psych, I picked my own, I'm a sore loser. Sorry. I'm also pretty awesome if you didn't notice. I stopped doing awesome things recently because I'm afraid people will shit their pants. Yeah, I did a magic trick not that long ago. Right? I made someone's nose disappear. This fucking baby was so impressed, he shit himself with excitement. It's unbelievable. They say with great power comes great responsibility. I thought Uncle Ben was full of shit when he said that. But then I witnessed my own true power at work. Speaking of powerful, I started watching the show Painkillers. Anyone ever seen that? No? Okay, we're gonna skip that one then. I've been cheating on my girlfriend with a one-eyed woman. I call her my Cyclops. Yeah, she's turning into my Green Pirate. It's getting hot. That joke would kill in high school. I think it's fucked up how only guys have to get circumcised. Yeah, mostly because it would be way easier to find the clit if you trim the hood back a little bit. I mean, look, equality is not just for the good stuff. Ladies, if you gotta take it all or nothing, baby. Want that pay poos? You gotta snip that poos. Alright. Thank you guys. Thank you. I'm tired of saying no homo. All my guy friends can relate to that. Anytime you say something even remotely gay, every one of your friends will immediately start acting like you've been sucking dick that entire day. And it's tiresome. Frankly, I find it exhausting, this homophobia. So I tried to figure it out one day. I looked down at my dick and I said, why are you so appealing to some people? And my balls tried to take all the credit. My asshole was talking shit, so went ahead and stuffed that butt plug back in, shut him right up. That was it. It was crazy. Went from homophobic to butt plug. Now get this, I finally hit puberty. It's wild, right? Found a hair going out the bottom of my foot. I guess that's what that means. Turns out the kids at school were right. I probably am a hobbit. But I'm a cool short dude, I think. You know, if I was from the Shire, I'd be a hip hobbit because I listen to rap music. I feel like I look like Frodo if Seth Rogen made a stoner version of Lord of the Rings. They call me Elijah Goods because I got that dank fire from the Shire. Right? It's smoked out. Speaking of which, you guys know if there's a fire, walk to your nearest exit, right? Everybody knows that. Here's something you didn't know. Only fat people are following direction here simply because running is not an option. We're going to throw in pirates as well. You know what I mean? Crippled cunts. Speaking of fat people, it's crazy. Lizzo's backup dancers are trying to sue her. Right? It's like my grandpa always said, can't trust bitches as far as you can throw them. He got away with a lot more abuse back in his day. But I took the advice. I stick exclusively to blow-up dolls. Right? Only ever got into one argument, and that was with the delivery driver over the package being ripped open. But I told him, give it here, you dirty dog. Did you wash her off? I don't care. I'm an animal. You guys ever practice what you're going to say to the cops when you're doing something illegal? Yeah, I was rehearsing some back and forths in the parking lot before. No, officer. I have no idea where this blow-up dog came from. Why does it smell like pot? I have no idea for that as well. It wasn't very smart of me to say pot. I'm not the smartest, the biggest, or the funniest around. I'll find out one day how God bless me. We'll see. Some parents wanted their kids to be doctors or lawyers. My folks mostly just wanted me to move out. And they got what they wished for. You know, I met this real nice girl at an orgy, never left the basement. They have no idea. Don't tell her. You know, I was thinking though, what are you supposed to do when you meet someone in public after an orgy? I have no idea. Just give them the silent bathroom nod and keep going. What's proper etiquette? You know, you stop and reminisce over highlights. Dude, you got your arm back. It's only up that ass. You're a fucking legend. You're a little animal. I think Snapple should have made a commercial when kids all started saying facts.
Yeah.
It only makes sense. They've been dropping facts for like 100 years now. That leads me to my next point. There was a news headline recently I read, track star dies in childbirth. I thought, that is terrible. Childbirth was the one hurdle she couldn't overcome. Facts. You know, unless she was racing that kid to the finish line of life, in which case she died a champion. She's killing it. I almost died the other day. I started sneezing while I was driving. That is terrifying, very dangerous. You can't keep your eyes open while you're sneezing. The only thing more dangerous than that is trying to write this joke at the same time. You know? I was like, my phone was like, the other drivers were like, It's crazy. Turns out I didn't even have to write down that joke. I'll never forget hitting that bicyclist. Neither with those other drivers. He bounced around a little bit. It was wild. I should probably pay attention more when I'm driving. I really don't, though. I was bad ever since I started. First year, I hit 2 parked cars. I still passed my driver's test. New Jersey's wild, right? Fuck. Like when I went to church, the priest would come out to Bruce Springsteen and play it on the organ. But they classed it up a bit. The choir would sing Holy Days rather than Glory Days. Na, 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 Holy Days. There's something special.
I didn't like that.
You know, like it? What about how he's a Michael Jackson fan? Right? He would show off his Smooth Criminals at Sunday school. It was terrible. I'd tell him no. He'd be like, "Come on, don't be so touchy." And I'd say, "You first." Yeah. I don't have kids. You know what I mean? Well, I was gonna say, luckily I'm not a kid anymore, and even luckier so I don't have kids. But I like to pretend sometimes when I get bored. You know, my made-up boy will come up to me, "Papa, do you think I have an exam?" No, buddy, why do you say that? All the kids at school are mean to me. They give me cruel nicknames, like Rasputin's nephew or Dracula's uncle. I have to console them. So I said, "Look, buddy, life is like a box of chocolates. Sometimes people are dickheads." Right? He loved it. I'm not that good at pep talks, but he loved it. "Nostrovia, Papa. Your wisdom runs through me like smooth blood." I don't know why he was. It's Halloween. That's why he was a vampire that time. I don't know why he sounded like the Rocky villain, but that's my boy. Watch what you say. All right. You guys like to sing at all? Use karaoke. I like to sing in the morning with my OJ. It's a lot of fun. I'll be like, "Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving juice." Right? It always pisses off my Nazi wife, though. She'll come stumbling out. "Oh, you rascal. We don't love Jews in this house." It's terribly awkward. The ghost of Anne Frank heard me one time. Couldn't get her out of the attic. Had to get Bill Murray in there. What else do I got? I don't know. You guys want to hear an impression? This is my favorite musical artist. It is not a fucking game! Right? That was Frank Sinatra. Everybody. Thank you. Thank you. That was the best of I got. Do you want to hear any more, or you want me to stop? I don't know.
Do your thing, man. You say you wanted to go forever.
Oh, okay. You know what I hate? Whenever something's appealing, it's never a banana. Right? Always gets my hopes up. I'm gonna stop now.
Woo!
Pickle, everybody!
Don't tickle the pickle.
I'll take whatever the fuck I want,